The bed on the dump truck project will not dump. One way to do it. Unfortunately, we have to lift the bed to be able to work on the area we need to get to. That's today's problem we're going to solve. But first, let's tidy up the brakes. Remember, in the last couple videos, we replaced this electric motor. Gives the brakes power if this thing were to stall out. To do that, we lost a lot of fluid here, so we need to re-bleed that parking brake system. That way we can start the truck without it being bone dry, because that pump would not appreciate if it didn't have fluid in it. Before we even do that, I forgot to show you guys the new headlights. The new classic look here with the orange halos going on, low beams. I would call that the modern look with a classic twist. All right, back to the task at hand, brakes. First, let's just get this baby full. Nothing in there. Supposed to check this with the parking brake applied, which is pulled out, we're good. Grab our parking brake fluid, AKA automatic transmission fluid. Got a funnel. Put about half a gallon in. We're gonna throw in the start of this guy, which should be the second gallon. Now that we're full, the bleeding procedure, we're gonna start the truck, push this in for 5 seconds, out for 5 seconds, in, out 3 times, open the bleeder, repeat the process in there, open the other bleeder. Now that we've done that, we're gonna push it in. We're gonna open this guy up, which is the driver's side. Shoot some fluid out, should be no air, perfect. Pull this out. And now we'll go ahead and check this before we do the other side. Drop this in, and still looking good. 5 more cycles, 2, 3, 4, 5. With 5 more times done, let's bleed the passenger side. Let's see what kind of pressure we got here. Hard to record this one. Okay, good. Last final check. We are right where we want to be. All right. Let's be told, I actually just did that about 6 more times. This thing was not happy. Still isn't really super happy, but we'll leave the cap off of this and let some of the air come out of it. Because of everything we just did, the fluid inside of there is very aerated right now. The next thing to attack is, why does the bed not lift? There's many things I want to do under here, like finish our wiring and brakes and other stuff under here, but it would make our lives so much easier. Let's see what exactly we have inside. Up inside of the bed, at a first glance, it really isn't too bad. Oh my, I thought that was a snake for a second. We have 2 eyes right there we can lift from, so I'm thinking that plus that is going to be our best way to try and lift this. To do that, we got to get this roller out of the way, but fortunately, we just fixed this the other day. Let's see if she wants to fire up for us. Oh, yes. Out and back should get us moving backward. Nice. Poor generator, we'll be back to you soon, my friend. You need a nice paint job. Right there's good. This thing's been pretty weak lately. It needs a new main relief valve, we think. But we'll see if it's strong enough to do this today. Swing this guy right over top of where that should be, and then we will throw a chain down in there. Right about there. Don't know if this will make a difference, but we're gonna put this in the up position. Assuming that'll let the fluid flow the way we need it to, I don't know. Curl as much as we can, because we're gonna go off of this hook. To the right, to the right, to the right. Looking at this now, I think the best way is actually going to be just to go off this hook. We'll see if it wants to pick up super uneven, but we'll at least try that. The excavator stretched the whole way out. It's not going to have that much power like that. Through here, hopefully, perfect. Down through there, we'll go back to itself, and we'll see how that works. So this thing's trying. I think we're starting to come up a little bit. I think. Hold it. Okay, we are lifting up here. I'm gonna get out. We got some 4x4s now. We're gonna prop this thing up safely. Working under something like this is a huge safety risk, so I wanna make sure we are extra safe when we're doing it. It's not going up level, but it's not terrible. Sure, this truck's been through worse. Now we're up pretty high. We should be able to fit this guy underneath of here. Okay. Safety wise, we have one 4x4, a secondary 4x4. We actually have the safety lock that came with the truck. If you remember, this was the one we were underneath the frame trying to get our way up in here and fill it. Grab a tool here and let's see if there's anything even in there, if we made progress. Not gonna lie, this stuff like freaks me out, so I refuse to put my body between here and here, even though we have 3 different levels of protection here. Inside of here we have, looks like nothing, which is a good thing because that means we're gonna put some fluid in there and hopefully that does something for us. I do believe somewhere on the cylinder there should be a fill as well. Some people said that on the outside of the cylinder is actually a reservoir, but I'm not really seeing that on this one. Not even from underneath it, I don't see anything either. Grab our funnel back into here. Oh, is this going to be so much easier. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot left from last time. Gave her everything we had, and at least we got some fluid in there now. Second thing I want to attack is inside of here, inside the parts store. You know what, this one's simple enough. Let's just do these right now. We should be able to just slide these out, and then this new guy should clip on into place. Because that is ugly, and that is much better. Back to inside of here, let's check out underneath it here. Because if you remember, the cable underneath is actually broken. I don't know what we do to fix the bed out there. If the cable doesn't actuate it, that doesn't really help us much. And this is a tight area. See what's behind door number 1. This is what we're after. I just wish we could find a... Oh, we can get to it a little bit better here. The reason we're trying to get to this is because I have 2 new heavy-duty cables. To guesstimate on length, so I really hope that we're close. I feel like from there down to there, this should be enough. I feel pretty good about it. Should be able to take this top nut off and slip out this cable. There we go. Should be able to get that out. Looks like we have one more bolt clamp in the cable itself. Get that guy undone. Just like that, we have a fully disconnected cable. Let's send this guy back down through here to test out my new folding creeper here underneath the truck. Underneath the truck, we can now see where we're headed. On the right there is the cable we just almost pushed through. With the old one out, I'm going to try and fish this guy up through. That a little bit bigger if we have to. With our new larger hole, we should be able to go right on up in. Nice. One at a time so we don't lose track. That would be this guy here, I believe. Have this loosened up enough we can get the old cable out. Basically, it just clamps that cable right inside of there, so possibly we can use this thing again. Got too close to the exhaust, it melted and frayed, and that's why it wouldn't work anymore. A good bit of some frustrations later, we have a fully operational, we are clamped there, and then pinned in the bottom, so now this guy works as it should. Up top, now we're going on the up-down control. Same process, just bored the hole out. New cable will send back down through here. That cable sure is fighting me to release down there. So I think this is going to be a good stopping point for today.